Okay, let's pick where we left off in the last video. In this lesson, we are going to finish up our dashboard and we're going to format each of the visuals and the slicers. And we're also going to set up the header icons and the tooltips. And at the end of the lesson, we are going to publish the entire project. Let's start working on the map, on the sales map. This is easier to format. We can, when we publish our dashboard, if we keep these little buttons on top, these are called header icons. These could be useful, especially when you need to zoom into the visual. You can click the focus mode button and it will cover the entire screen. But in this case, because I created this blue stripe on top of each tile, the header icons, they are kind of displaced. They don't look very well positioned. So I'm just going to remove these header icons. In this case, we don't really need to have the map covering the entire screen. We can see whatever we want from here. And in case I did not have this blue stripe, so maybe, well, probably these header icons wouldn't look so out of place. But in this case, with this blue stripe, it won't match, so it's going to be kind of ugly. So I'm going to disable it. I will click the map, and then in the format panel, I'm going to properties and header icons, and I will disable it. You will still see it here, but once you publish your dashboard, it's not going to appear. Now I want to, let me make it a little bigger, because the map has its own edges. So it's kind of a white edge, and so I can make it bigger. Okay, and this, let me change. Well, first off, let me remove the, I'll click the visual title. I will disable the title. Okay, so I have more space. Look, when I disable the title, I already have this title here, sales map, so I don't need precisely the visuals title. I'm going to disable it so I have more space. Can make it even a little taller. Well, sometimes it's hard to manipulate the visual size. So in size and style, I can change the height. Going to improve it a little. Okay, and now the position, I'm going to move it vertically. Now you can do it pixel by pixel, and there you go. Looks good to me. Now I will change in map settings the style. You can choose the Arial or dark style or light. I'm going to keep the light one because it matches the entire color palette. And that's it. Now let's work on the tooltips. Still on the format panel, I will click properties and the tooltips. Look, if you hover over, you will see that the tooltips are white. They are too clear. I don't want it so clear, so let's change it. I will select tooltips and I want the text to be white, the label color, the value color. I will make everything white, and the background color, I'm gonna pick a dark gray, and if I hover over, it's too dark. Okay, so let's make it the same color as this one, same color as the dark blue tile. So I'm going back to Figma. There you go. In one of our previous lessons, we created the background for our project, so please refer back to it. And all I want now is the color code. So I'm going to select the dark blue tile and copy the color reference, Control C, and now back to Power BI. I'm going to select, I'm working on the tooltip, okay, tooltip, and for the background, I'm going to select more colors and then paste the color code. There you go. And now I have the right color as a background to my tooltips. But now you can see that the titles for each of the measures, sales territory name and total sales amount, these names don't really look good. So what I have to do, and also the number is not well formatted. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to select NF sales, total sales amount, and this is the one I have to change, but I'm not going to change the name here. If I change its name here, it's going to affect all the visuals. In this case, what I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to click this little add data and build your visual button. And here in sales territory name, I will just rename it as region. And oops. Here, I will change the measure names to sales amount. There you go. Now it looks better, region and sales amount, but now I have to format. Now I'm actually going to format the measure, total sales amount measure, and I'm gonna click the little comma, and I will remove the decimal places. I want 0 decimal places, and let's see what happened. There you go. Now it looks perfect, just the way I want it. And it looks like we are done with our map. And now let's move to the table. And I'm going to click the table. For the same reason, I'm going to remove the header icons properties and header icons disabled. And I don't like these table style. Well, actually, Microsoft still has to improve a lot the way these tables look. They're horrible. So I hope this is something Microsoft will improve with time. Tables in Power BI, they don't look good, and you don't really have a lot of choices, a lot of options to improve it. So let's do the best we can. I'm going to remove this default style, and size and style I will select. Well, actually it's style presets, and style presets I will select none. So now I can work it from scratch. We have the total is black, so let's make the same with the column headers. So I will click bold. It's all bold. But the totals, well, the text color is not really black. I will make it black. Black doesn't look so good. Okay, well, I'm gonna make it like dark gray, and the same with the totals. So I'm just gonna change the text color, and there you go. And in values, I want a light blue stripe between on every other row. So I'll make text colors the same dark gray here and here. And the background color, I'm gonna make it, I will select the dark blue, but then I will make it lighter. There you go, looks good to me. Now let's change the column titles. They don't look good. So in product name, I would just call it products. Then total sales amount, it's just gonna be sales amount. And total sales quantity, it's gonna be sales quantity. There you go. And now I have more space, so I can like make the first column larger. There you go. I'm going to, well, actually, the numbers are actually well formatted, so I don't have to change it. Now let's check the tooltips. Hovering over, let me click outside of the visual, and let me work in properties, format properties. My tooltips, in this case, it is disabled. If it's disabled in your dashboard, you will enable it. And let's do the same for the text. I want everything white. I'm not gonna think it out. I'm just gonna make it white. And the color, I want the dark blue. And okay. In this case, it's just gonna show my products, and now the sales amount, sales quantity. All right. So it looks like it's as good as it gets. Again, hopefully Microsoft will give us more options in the future, but for now, Power BI, Power BI tables are still don't look very good, unfortunately. Okay, for this first bar chart, I'm going to remove the title because I already have a title here on top. I'm going to remove it and let me pull it up a little bit. I'm going to remove the title on this second bar chart too. There you go. Now they're the same size. I'm going to remove these access titles. I don't need them. So not in this case. You could need them in another situation, but not here. So I will click. Well, the safest way to do it, you can just double click the visual and then click the title and delete it. And sometimes it's hard. It's hard to make it work. So in case you have trouble doing it, all you have to do, you just go to the Format tab, click Visual, and then you will, in X-axis, you will disable title, and the same in Y-axis, disable title. So it's the same. And also, I don't want these numbers. So I'm gonna click and delete because I'm gonna have, well, again, if you want to do it from the Format tab, the Format panel, all you have to do is in, again, Y-axis, you will disable values. Well, actually, it's the X-axis and disable values. There you go. Now I want to show the data labels. I want to show the numbers along with the bars. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to enable data labels, and there you go. Now I'm going to change the bar colors. I will select bars, and in color, I'm going to take it's the dark color, the dark blue. Then now I'm going to make it a little lighter. Okay, there you go. It looks cool. Now we're done with this visual too. Just going to make it a little larger. And now let's format the last one, the last visual. And same here, I'm going to remove this X-axis title, the X-axis values, and the Y-axis title. Well, like I said, I'm not being able to select it, so I have trouble doing it. And in this case, I'm going to just, on the format panel, Y-axis, I'm going to disable title. I'm not going to disable values because the manager's names are going to disappear. So I will keep values on and disable title. Oh, there's one more detail on this one, just to finish it up. Maybe the names on this side are too big to fit the visual. So what I'm going to do, after selecting the visual, I'm going to work on data labels. Okay, I'm wrong. It's not in data labels. It's in Y-axis values and then maximum width. So now I have more space for the names. There you go. And I'm going to select both bar charts. I will select the first one and hold shift and then select the second one. And then at the same time in format properties, I'm gonna disable header icons. And for tooltips, yeah, let's format tooltips for both visuals at the same time. When we are selecting more than one visual and they're all the same visual, so we can format all of them at once. In case I select, for example, if I select the map and the bar chart, or the table and the bar chart, I can't actually format all at the same time because they're different. So the options, the formatting options are different because they're different visuals, of course. But whenever I'm selecting more than one visual and they're the same visuals, so they have the same formatting options, and then we can do it all at once. Now I'm going in properties, I'm going to format the tooltips, and again, I want the text white, and the background color is going to be dark blue. And let's see if it worked. Yeah, it worked. I just have to change the names, the measure names, and in sales territory name, I'm just going to call it region, and total sales amount it's going to be sales amount. And there you go. Let's see. Okay. Total sales amount didn't change. Let me see why. Okay, let me try again. Sales amount, enter. And there you go. And now I'm going to do the same before I format the colors or anything. I'm going to do the same here. It's going to be for the second bar chart, manager name and sales amount, enter. And there you go. It's right. And the measure, the number is already formatted because we did it when we selected the measure total sales amount and we selected the comma and 0 decimal places. So it's all working fine. Let me check if I removed the header icons. Yes, I did. Header icons are disabled. Okay, let's format this bar chart different from this one. So I'm going to show you a different way to format it, and we're going to have both on our dashboard, and you can pick the one you like the most. So I'm going to remove these values on the y axis. So visual y axis, and I'm going to remove the value. So now I can't see the manager's names, and it's okay because I'm going to add it in a different way. And data labels, I'm going to enable data labels and the down arrow. Now in value right here is these values that you can see. These values are this choice right here. And now you can see that, well, it's all in billions. In both, I didn't see that. In this first visual, it's all in billions. And the same here. So let's select both, actually. And then data labels, values, and in display units, I can have it in thousands or in billions or millions. In this case, I'm going to make it millions. It looks better now. Now I'm going to continue working only on this second one. And in data labels, I have the values. I've already set up the values, but now I also want the manager's names to appear. So in detail, I'm going to enable detail. And in detail, I want to show, I have to add the data that want to be shown in the detail. So I'm going to click add data, and in the employees, I'm going to select full name. And now it's all set, but wait, I would like to have a currency sign in the beginning of each number. So let me make a few small tweak in the total sales amount measure, and I'm going to add the currency of the United States, and it looks better now. Okay, and we're all set with the numbers, and now let's change the bar color. And again, bars color, and I'll pick the dark one, and there you go. Maybe if you want to add some transparency, so it's all right, and there you go. Now let's work on the slicers. These slicers, I will select these 3 slicers all at once. I will select the first one and then hold shift and select the other ones. You can see that the font on top is wrong. So it was supposed to be for slicer header. The font was supposed to be Segoe UI, and the background supposed to be dark blue. Well, no, it's not the I'm working on the slicer header. So this background is the slicer header's background. So actually I have to go to values and change the background color, because now selecting the dark blue, now I have the same dark blue as in the background. But now the font size is too big. Let's make it 8. Now it looks okay, and I have to make it a little larger so I can see everything. And now I have to change the name. Instead of product name, and double click, just like I did with the other visuals. And this is going to be products. This is going to be region. And this is going to be, well, actually, this one is country, not region. Country. And this one is going to be region. Okay, and let me change the position, make it a little larger, and okay, you will have time to align it the way you prefer. And in view and format, I will align top. Okay. Now I also have to make sure, let me again select all of the slicers, and in properties, I will also remove the header icons. And there you go. I think we're all set. And now let's publish it. Okay, I have a number that is out of the right place. Okay, so I'm going to increase the column size a little bit. Okay, there you go. Now let's publish it. On the Home tab, I will select Publish. And now whenever you publish your project, it has to be saved. So it's asking me if I want to save my changes. Of course, I can't publish it without saving it. And on Power BI online, I will select in what bucket I want to publish the dashboard, and I'm gonna use the general one, which is my workspace, and then select. Okay, success. It says it has been published. So now I'm going to open project in Power BI. So I'm going to click and it's going to open up Power BI Online. There you go. And now the project is totally functional. It's working just as I expected. And my filters are working just fine. And I can select the countries, Canada, and I can make an improvement here. There's an improvement I can make. Okay, you see that my slicers, well, let's go back to Power BI desktop and make a few tweaks in these slicers. Okay, for these three slicers and slicer settings, I'm going to select, I want to show the select all option. So now I have select all as enabled, and in each of them, I'm going to click the three dots and enable the search button. Same here, enable search button. Same here, enable search button. Okay, now I have the search button, for example, in country. If I want to look, for example, for Denmark, I can type the one I'm looking for, Italy or Germany, Japan, and there you go. So let's republish it. And now the select all button is enabled, and also the search bar. So in case I want to see it in full screen, there you go. And now it's all working just fine. Maybe the font size and the slicers is too little. You can change it the way you see fit. Okay, so I hope you liked this video. I hope you liked this playlist. If you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It's very important to us so we can reach more people and get relevance from YouTube. So this is a free course. So all you have to do to help us is like and share and subscribe to our channel. And see you in the next playlist.